Hey there, how's it going? Here is another episode of the Review Space, and in this edition we are going to take a look at Iron Man Armored Adventures Mandarin action figure. Alright, so let's take a look at this action figure in its carded form, so completely sealed, not opened yet. Yeah, so this is the packaging. Iron Man, Armored Adventures. You got a nice little, very simple photo, cartoon artwork of Iron Man himself. Ages 4 and up. All of these action figures are 4 and up, which is amazing to me because they have small parts, some of them. So I don't know, maybe it probably should be maybe 7 and up, but whatever. Now taking a look at him encased in this prison cell, this little chamber, or whatever you want to call it, he definitely looks like a very cool action figure. I mean, his design, his aesthetics, his I mean, I had to pick up this action figure, you know. The moment I saw him, the moment I saw it, it's a cool looking figure. I mean, I was just like, whoa. I didn't expect the Mandarin to have such a cool looking design. So I guess that's what he looks like in the show. From what I remember, you know, the Mandarin wasn't exactly, he didn't look like this. He was actually more of an Oriental look, more of a Chinese influence, hence the name Mandarin. For those who don't know, Mandarin is a language that they speak in China. It's one of the 2 main languages in China. So one is Cantonese, which is mostly spoken in places like Hong Kong, and then Mandarin is more in like mainland China and northern China. But Mandarin itself and the character itself has a more Oriental look, more Oriental Asian aesthetic design. But still, in this form, in this cool looking black costume outfit, he really looks pretty cool. I mean, this is a very cool looking action figure. It almost looks weird too, because it almost like he's out of place. It almost doesn't match the backdrop, the background, the Iron Man cartoony look of it, and like even the blue and the white color behind him. So it just almost looks like there's something that doesn't fit in this look. You know, it just doesn't seem like you have a very cool dark looking figure here, and then all of a sudden you got all these bright colors popping out, you know, the blue and then the yellow and the red, and it's just like, huh? Almost like a confusing color scheme, but nonetheless a very cool looking Mandarin figure. He's got a super sword slash, whatever that means. Obviously he's got those 2 big swords over here. They almost look like giant machetes as opposed to a sword that has a pointy ending. It looks more like, because you can see the tips over there, you know, it's like a blade, almost like a machete blade. Let's take a look at the back. Of course it's by Hasbro. I mean, if you got a toy line and it's made by Hasbro, you can pretty much guarantee it to be about 3 inches and 3/4, and you know, about this big. You know, you can hang it on. You got this simple background artwork, and you have a few accessories. You got, you know, a very simple looking package from these Hasbro toys. Tape galore, tape galore. Never been a fan of this tape stuff because they tend to really kind of ruin the artwork if you try to peel it, but hopefully it won't when I open this thing. I wish they would make it easier for us to open these packages where it wouldn't damage the artwork in the back. It really is a shame, because it would be cool to be able to take them out of the packaging and then put them back in if you want to, you know, just set them up like that, you know, just keep them inside the packaging. Make it, you know, make it easier. It's just not they don't design it that way. It's like the moment you open it, it's ruined. You know, you gotta really be careful. And what I like to do is I like to open them over here at the bottom. You see, Like to cut this out, this area here. But actually, no. Yeah, it really is more the back here. You kind of rip open this back side here, this plastic that's really covering this area. So here's the other characters that you can get. Collect them all. Iron Man, stealth upgrade. So more of a silver-looking Iron Man here. Almost like I thought this was a War Machine for a second. Iron Man, just a normal one, I guess, with some kind of projectile from his chest. Silver Centurion Iron Man. He's got a couple of missiles here. Easily the coolest looking out of these three. So, I mean, if I were to get one out of these three, it would be this one. Crimson Dynamo. I've seen Crimson Dynamo, and this guy is huge. This is a very bulky action figure. Yeah, he's like, if you see him in the package, he's like this big. He's like, oh my gosh, he's buck. I swear to God, I'm gonna get this guy. I'm gonna buy this thing and I'm gonna review it, just to show you guys exactly how big this thing is. Yeah, Crimson Dynamo, man, kind of a cool looking, not too bad really, not a bad bulky action figure. The only problem is that it's kind of plain. It's really kind of a plain figure. You know, it's like a robot, but it's got no face. You know, it doesn't have a head. Probably limited articulation, but we'll see. We'll see. And of course, the easily the coolest out of all these. The reason why I had to pick this up, Mandarin. I mean, oh my goodness, look at this. So cool, so awesome, so slick looking. I mean, just black and the gold. He almost looks like a Power Ranger character. Like, he's like a mix between Lord Zed and like Fulgor from Killer Instinct with a couple of swords. I mean, it's just so cool. It's very, very awesome. Just well made. So overall, I'm gonna give this packaging in its carded form thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. I don't know if you guys can see that over here from over here, but maybe you can see it here. There's a little piece of paper inside there, an Iron Man. Obviously, one of those leaflet things that you would open up, and it would have like a, you know, a checklist or whatever of the same, you know, figures and further advertising for the figure. So that's pretty much all it comes with. Wow, this is such a cool figure, man. I mean, I can't believe how cool this thing is. I think that this guy is so cool that when I went to the store, they only had a few copies of this guy, a few units, amidst all the other. There was so many of these Iron Man figures, a couple of these Crimson Dynamos. There was a bunch of these, and this guy, there was only like 2 or 3 of these things. The Mandarin. I got this one, and then when I went back to the store like a month later, the Mandarin was all gone. There was no more Mandarin. And you still had a bunch of these Iron Man left, like so many of these guys, and even the Crimson Dynamo. So, if I can find a Crimson Dynamo, I'm gonna get this one and review this one at a later time. You better open this up. I'm not gonna ask you again, because if you don't, I'm gonna slice it up and break open this thing myself, and then I will gut you like the little slime that you are. I don't know. I don't even know. I don't even know if that's how Mandarin speaks. Okay. But I took a picture already.